Is my screen visible to all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So we'll continue with yesterday's class. Um, we had completed with this curtain wall grids. And we were supposed to start up with mullions. How do we add mullions into the curtain panels? Okay, so yesterday we did how do we add a fixed number of grids or at a fixed distance or maximum spacing or minimum spacing, or by adding manual griddings. Okay. And suppose now if I wanted to add mullions to these particularly griddings, I'll be selecting that type of wall, right? And to create or maybe I'm going to come into the edit type. When you come into the edit type, the type property dialog box opens up, and I'm gonna duplicate this type of wall. So let's duplicate it. We're gonna call this as curtain walls with grids and mullions. So that now, if you look into the type parameters dialog box, we have vertical mullions and horizontal mullions available. That means I can place all vertical mullions also and all horizontal mullions as well. Now in vertical mullions, we have three options available: interior type, border type 1, and border type 2. Even in horizontal mullion, we have three options available, that is interior type, border type 1, and border type 2. Okay. Now in vertical mullion, supposing I'm going to add vertical mullion, so there is called interior type. So interior type is for the center mullions actually. Okay, so these all center mullions are my interior types. Then you have border type 1 is the start of your wall, and border type 2 is your end of your wall. So which type of mullion do you want to apply on the start of your wall, and which type of mullion you want to apply to the end of your wall? That is your border type 1. So border type 1 is the start and border type 2 is the end of your wall. Okay, so let me take interior type first. So when I come into the interior types, it says none over here, which I'm going to go into the options. We have four options available. So option one is like, do you want to use a circular mullion of a radius of 25 mm, or do you want to use another circular mullion of a radius of 50 mm, or do you wish to use another mullion, a rectangular mullion of 30 mm square, or do you wish to use another rectangular mullion of 50 by 150 mm rectangle basically. So supposingly if I take 50 mm circular mullion and then I click on OK, what it's going to do, it's going to only add circular mullions on the interior vertical mullions, basically interior vertical grids only, not in the corners, so not in the end, or so you can see not in the start, not in the end of the vertical grids. Will not be added any mullions. Okay, and the shape of that mullion is circular, and the radius of that circle is like 50 mm. Okay, and this is how it's going to look up. Now, if I want to change that mullion type, again I'm going to select the wall, coming to the edit type, and then I can change the interior type of the vertical mullion. Maybe we can take 30 mm square. And then if I click on apply, it will be 30 mm squared mullion would be applied to the interior parts of the vertical grids, right? And again, once again, I can select this. Okay, and then if I come into the edit type once again, and we have the next option over here is the border type 1. Now, if I come into border type 1, I have a little bit more profile shapes of mullions. So we have circular mullions, we have L mullion, we have chord mullions, we have rectangular mullions, even trapeze mullions, and V cornered mullion basically. So they have a different usage. Okay, so if you see an example file, I'll show you. These are the chord mullions. Okay, which can be used in the corner ends, and you can even use trapeze or V mullion in the corners. So sometimes if your wall is like crossing ends basically. That's so for instance, um, if I use border type one, if I use supposedly the L mullion, if I use L, so the border type one, there you go. We have an L mullion. If I come into my plan view, I can create a similar type of wall starting from this end, going a little bit angled that way. Now it like overlaps it with that another L mullion on this wall. So I'm going to come over here, come into the edit type, duplicate it. I'm going to remove the L mullion, keep this as none. Select edit type, L mullion, set it as none. Apply, and then I'm going to click on delete mullion. Okay, okay. Duplicate that wall type. So edit type, duplicate, first, remove the L mullion, none, and delete it off. So for in this cases, you can use L mullion. Okay. Once again, if I create another, so we have another on this side, so we can now select this wall type. We can come into the edit type, and in the border type too, instead of using L mullion, I can use the rectangular mullion, or I can use the chord mullion as well. If I use a chord mullion, you get this kind of chord shape, a little bit crossed, so not the one preferred I will use. Maybe I can use another type over here, maybe a square. I use trapeze mullion. That's what I get in trapeze mullion. So I can like shift this a little bit ahead. Move this wall. Yes, we can have a trapeze option. So you have plenty of options in your corner mullions actually, but a fewer options in your interior mullions. Similarly, you can add mullions to horizontal framing. So in horizontal mullions also you have three options: interior type, then you have border type 1 and border type 2. Now in interior type, that means all these center ones, these are all interior types. In border type 1, this is for the bottom, and border type 2 is for the top actually. Just give me 1 minute. I'm having a call. Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, so
So it's a little call. Okay, now we have these horizontal mullions where we're gonna, come into the interior type, and we're gonna come into this option. Interior type means these the types that are there in the middle one actually. The border type one is the bottom, and the border type two is the top actually. We can take the interior types. We have only circular and rectangle options available. So once again, I can take rectangle.tmm square in the interior types, and they will apply all the similar ones. Okay, in the interior, but maybe if I wanted to try something different on the top and the bottom, so I can take border type one that's for the bottom. I can take a rectangular mullion or of 50 by 150, and then I can click on apply, and so that will be applied it to the bottom. And for the top, maybe again I can take the similar 150 by 150 and apply it on the top as well. So you can see the mullions have been applied it on the top as well. Now there is slight little problem over here. You can see this top border mullions are broken down. Okay, they are not in a continuous patterns. Generally, they should be in a continuous pattern. So we wanted to edit the condition type, the joint condition type over here for the mullions. So we're gonna select the wall and we're gonna come into the edit type. Now to fix the condition types, joining conditions, we have the option over here in the top. You can see join condition is being mentioned, and right now it says not defined. Now when I come into the join condition type, we have options like do you wish to take vertical grid continuous, do you wish to take the horizontal grid as continuous, do you wish to take the border and the vertical grids as continuous, or do you wish to take the border and the horizontal grid as continuous. तो आपको कौन सा टाइप कंडीशन यूज करना है यहाँ पे. तो अगर मैंने यहाँ पे लिया वर्टिकल ग्रिड कंटिन्यूस, तो क्या होगा कि जितने भी मेरे वर्टिकल ग्रिड्स है वो सब कंटिन्यूस रहेंगे. तो जितने भी वर्टिकल ग्रिडिंग लाइंस है वो सब कंटिन्यूस आ रहे हैं. यू कैन सी these vertical grids are continuous in line. And if I change the condition type to horizontal grids as continuous, it is horizontal grid continuous, apply that, and then click on OK. We have these horizontal grids to be continued. You can see now vertical gets broken. You can see the vertical gets broke down. Okay, and if I change the condition type once again, now if I take the option of the border and the vertical grids to be continuous. So what will happen? All the borders grids or the mullion would be continuous, and the vertical would be continuous. Now the horizontals are broken. Okay, and then once again, if I select the type and take the second option like border and horizontal as continuous. So all the borders still will be continuous, but the horizontal would be also continuous now. Now the vertical grid has been into separate parts, okay, which you can see them. Okay, so if you can select the type of the joint condition that you wanted to use them. Okay, you can even change the joint condition for these walls as well. So you can tell him that you want to take the border and the vertical as continuous. They will be continuous in that form. Now we have not added any borders to these walls over here, so that's why they are not continuous in action. And somewhere over here also it slightly extends. Also, it's not actually continuing. So you can tell them continuous toggle. So you can switch them as toggling so that it joins. Over here also you can see it's like not joining properly. So what we need to do is just have to click on this toggle mullion joins to toggle it and to join them. Same on this end as well. So select the mullion, toggle it to join it, and on this end as well. So select that mullion, toggle to join it, and it will fix that joining conditions. And here we have your curtain wall with proper mullions being added as well. Now you can add mullions manually also. So if you wish to add mullions manually, not by going into the edit options and adding them. So for that, what you're gonna do, you're gonna come into the architectural tab, and in the architectural tab, you have these mullion option, curtain wall mullions. So you can select that as an option, right? And once you select that, you have to select which type of mullion do you wish to apply on the grids. So maybe if I want to apply squared mullion, 30 square mullion, I can select that. So now there is an option over here of placement. Do you want on the entire grid line? Do you want it on grid line segmented only on one grid line, or do you want it on the all your respected grids? So if I take all grid lines, it will be added to everywhere. Means every grids would be having that similar type of mullion. Okay, and if I take one grid line, it will add to that specific grid line only. So maybe if I select this horizontal line, that horizontal line would be having that 30 mullion. And if I take one sorry, segment line over here, so grid segment line, it will be adding to that segment line only, not to the entire horizontal gridding, so that you can choose up over here. So maybe if I wanted to apply a 50 by 150 one, or to these parts to the end ones, like the grid line, and then you can add it to the entire ends. Okay, maybe on the top as well, I want to add that. I can select that and add it. The bottom, you can select it and it out. Okay, so you can add mullions. Okay, maybe I want to add 30 square to this one over here, this one over here as well. So you can select them, and you can see it's not been added to entirely to these grid lines, just to that part. Okay, if you wish to delete any one of these grid lines, anything, so you can select that, and you can click on this add and remove segments, and then you can click on to remove that gridding line. So you can see now that grid line goes away. Once again, if I select this, I can click on add and remove and click on it to remove the grid lines and or remove these gridding lines. You can see this is not continuous. You can tell him that if you want to make that as continuous grids as well. Toggle to change the directions. Now these are the basic mullions that are available to you. They are not containing any detailing. So if you look into the plan view, they don't have any detail element inside these curtain wall. So if I wanted a very detailed curtain wall mullion, what we shall do? We can load the families. So if you wanted to load the detail mullion families, okay. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna come into the insert tab, and under the insert tab, I'm gonna come into load family to load a detail profile mullion. And once I come into load family, I'm gonna look up for the English folder, and under the English folder, we're gonna search for profile folders actually. So I'm gonna search for profile folder. Here we have profiles. Okay, profile. So when you come into the profile folder, there are multiple folders like curtain walls, division profile, framing, metal deck, railing, slabs, and walls and everything. So we're gonna take curtain walls in it, and we have the three different profiles available. One, we have a rectangular mullion with center details, and we have the side bottom left. So we have for this for the sides and the bottom left actually, and we have these for the side right and the top side basically. So I'm going to load all these three types of mullion profiles, and then click on open. Okay, and once they are been loaded into the project, now we can come into the project browser. Okay, and under the project browser, we're gonna go into the families option. So you can see we have families as an option over here, and under families, we're gonna look up for something called as curtain wall mullions. So we're going to come into curtain wall mullions options, and if I expand this, we have all the different profiles of mullions available. As you can see, we have circular mullions, we have L mullions, we have chord mullions, we have rectangle mullions. Now, if I expand rectangle mullions, I have two shapes over here. One is a square shape, and one is a rectangular shape. Now, what I can do is I can simply, right click one of these type and duplicate that type. And I'm going to call this type as interior, um, or I can take it as center mullion or interior mullion as well. Let's name it as center mullion. Okay. And a new type is been added. Now I'm going to just right click once again and come into the type properties to change its type profile. When I come into type properties, a dialog box will open, something like this, type property dialog box. And in the type property dialog box, I'm just going to come over here and do this section of profiles. And currently the profile over here is a system profile rectangular shape, which we don't wanted. Maybe we wanted of our shape, so we can take it from here. And we can select the center mullion of 65 by 150 mm1. So that type of mullion has been loaded. Okay. And once we have it, uh, you can also change the material. So the material is currently aluminium. If you want to change the material for that, you can change it. I'm happy to keep it as aluminium material, and then I'm going to click on OK, and I'm going to rename these center mullion. So I'm going to just simply rename it and call it center mullion 65 by 150 mm. We can duplicate this type once again and call this as the other type of mullion. Okay, so you can have a different profile inside this. Right click type properties and apply a different profile of 65 by 190. So you can take that size as well, and you can rename this as 65 by 190. As many as you want to create, you can add that. Then I can add the left mullion as well and the right mullion as well. So once again, right click and duplicate it and call this as left mullion. Come into the type properties and in the profiles, instead of taking the center mullion, we're going to take the left mullion. Here we have left mullion of 60 by 150 mm again. It's like that, and you can rename this. Call this as left mullion by 150 mm. Okay, and once again, we can duplicate this left mullion 65 by 190 as well. To change the profile, so simply right click, come into the type properties and change the profile to the left mullion 65 by 190. Then you can click on OK. So we're just adding the profile libraries. We can add the the bottom mullion as well. So we can add a bottom mullion as well. So I'm going to duplicate this, call this as bottom mullion 65 by 1. Just make sure that the type properties, the profile is set it as bottom profile, which is already there. So I'm happy with that. Select this and duplicate this type and call this as bottom mullion 65 by 190 mm. Make sure that it's properly. Make sure that the profile is correct. We have actually a wrong profile over here, so we're going to put it up as the bottom profile and click on OK. Got that ready. We can add the right mullions as well, so we can come into duplicate option and name this as right mullion 65 by 1 mm. One that. Okay. Come into the type properties, right click type properties and apply the right side mullion. So we're going to take the right side mullion, click on OK, add the other size of it, so we can duplicate it. All this as 190 mm1. Make sure the profile is of 190. Okay, then we're gonna add the bottom mullion is done, so we're gonna add the top mullion, so we can again come over here and use this as top mullion. 65 150 mm1. Make sure that the top mullion is there, 65 by 150, so that's right. Again, coming to duplicate it in this as 191. Is an option. Okay. Okay, so we have added as many libraries into our rectangular mullions options, and now we can simply replace these mullions. So we can just have to select the ball. Then I come into the edit type. In the horizontal vertical mullion interior type is a rectangular square mullion. You can select this and apply the center mullion, maybe of 65 by 150 ones, and then if I click on apply, click on OK, come into the plan view, you can see that there are these detail mullions are being appearing. Just the matter is that the orientation is wrong, so you can flip the direction. So you can flip it inside, perfectly come in. Maybe we want a bigger size one, so we can come and take the 191 mm, 190 ones. Okay, so that's for the interior types. And the mullions are not continuous. We can make that joint conditions to be continuous. You come over here and take the joint condition, tell them that we want the vertical mullions to be continuous, but the horizontal ones we cannot see that they are continuous. Okay, then we wanted for the corners as well, so we can remove the smalls. Okay, so to change for the corners, we can come into the edit type and we have the border type one, and border type one also I can use like the left one, and border type view I can use the right mullion. Look into the plan view, you can check it out. You can see that's perfect. That's also correct. Applied. And in the horizontal mullions, you can also change the profiles. So to change it, you can again select the um, walls and come into the edit type and apply the interior type as of similar ones. Okay, so maybe I can apply the center mullions of 190s, and then in the border type one, I can use the bottom mullion, and in the border type two, I can use the top mullion of the similar sizes. Then apply. And okay, so when we see we have a total profile detail mullion ready. We can look into plan view, you can see the detailings. And if I cut a section view also of this line, and if I cut a section, this is section view, and go into that section view. So right click, go to view, look into the section view detail also. Fine details. You can see the detailings of the horizontal mullions as well. mullion. Everything looks perfect. So you have your detail mullions installed in this. We can create our own shape of profile as well. So if you want to create your own shape of profile for the mullions, basically. Okay, so let me just find out what is the thickness of the glass that I've kept it. The thickness of the glass is like 25 over here, so we'll leave that much space only when we are creating a profile. So I'm going to come into the file, new and family. Okay, so I'm going to break this part into two parts. So today we're going to learn how do we create the profile shape for the mullion, and in the next class we're going to learn how do we add the detailings, the profile detailings inside the mullion profiles. So we're going to first create the profile shape. In the profile shape, we're going to come into the English folder when we are creating a shape of profile, and we're going to create a profile for the mullion. So I'm going to search for a family template called as metric profile mullions. Search for metric profile mullion. Here we have, you can see as well. Click on open, and it warns me also that this is your interior side, this is your exterior side, this is the center line, and this is the center of your mullion. So we're gonna actually create the shape somewhere over here. So I'm gonna take the line command, and maybe I'm gonna pick up and draw a very odd shape maybe. So let me just create a very roughly the total one. I'm gonna take this as hundreds. So it's not exactly in the center also. Maybe in the front, wanted a line that should go like that, crossing that. And then later, first I'll make it perfectly in the center. So I'm gonna draw this dimension line is equal. They can have parameter of glass thickness. That we can actually control the thickness of the glass. You can add a different shape over here. triangular shape. We can add parameters to these as well. Control the width of these and the glass thickness as well. Even the length can be adjusted then. Maybe if I want it of 250, I can do that as 250. This is a total parametric family that we have created. So that's the profile shape that I wanted. And you need to make sure that the profile shape is closed loop boundaries. Yes, which I have already created in a closed loop boundary shape. So now where the profile shapes are open, they're all closed. You can even manage to access the class steps. Once the shape of your profiles are ready, you can come into files and use save as an option. You're gonna save this as a family. You're gonna call this family, you're gonna save it on the desktop. Call this file as center mullion uh, sharp file. Save it. Once you have saved the profile, you can then take load into project and close. Now it's been loaded into the project, but not yet been assigned it anywhere. So maybe in the center mullions, I want to use that one. So now I can come into the families options, and in families, I'm gonna look up for curtain wall mullions. And once again, I'm gonna select any one of these profile shapes and right click and duplicate it and call these as center mullion 65 190 sharp shape sharp ends maybe, and then I'm gonna right click and come into type properties. I'm gonna show that the profile is the one that we have created now. So we're gonna look up for that profile. Here we have center mullion sharp shape profile. Click on OK. Now we have created but not yet added to the walls. So now I can select the wall and come into the edit type, and in the vertical mullions, we can use that ends to apply it. As you can see that mullions are being applied it, but they don't contain any detail lines. So detail lines is missing from that profile. So we might have to create the detail lines as well. So we'll add that later on. The moment is that we have almost created a profile. Okay. And then we can also add that into the horizontal mullions as well. So if you want to add it to your horizontal mullions as well, you can select the walls and go into the edit type, and even in the horizontal mullion center ones, we can apply the similar ones. Apply and okay. So we get it in the center mullions in the horizontal ones as well. You can see them. But when you come into section view, you are not able to see it because maybe of that section line that is intersecting it. Maybe now we can see them. You can go into the view. See, but as I told you, they don't have any detailings inside, so the detail parts need to be created. So the detailings are not being added yet. So that's what we're gonna learn, how do we add detailing mullion profilings as well. But we have a shape ready. You can see that shape in our view as well, the 3D view as well, the horizontal ones. So this is the center mullion profile that I've created. Similarly, you can create the left and the right at the bottom mullion profile shapes as well. So you can customizely create your own shapes of profiles as well. So maybe you can create these type of profiles as well with detailed lines and everything. So we just have to create a square shape profile with some notch ends so that these double glazed glass or single glazed glass can fit in. Okay, and then we're gonna create this detail lines, okay, to get the detailing elements. So the detail lines need to be created something in this manner. So we need to have these line alignments, okay, and even shapes like these. What do you call it? I can show you an example file also. Um, as you can see in this file, we have created a detailing as well. So with the shape of the profile, the shape of these lines were been also been created. So that once you load it, you get these section of lines also appearing in your project, something like that. So in the next class, that's on Monday now because tomorrow is holiday regarding Eid festival is there. So tomorrow we might not have lecture. We'll have lecture directly on Monday. So on Monday, we're gonna, see about how do we add these detailings, the shop detailings of the profiles. There are many profile shapes that you can get it from the internet also. So if you come into over here, you can type this mullion profile details. You can create these profile details in Revit itself, or you can create these profile details in AutoCAD as well. You can load that AutoCAD file into Revit. Okay, you can create these section profiles actually, something like that. So that once you cut the section in Revit, you see these detailings as well. So we have to create the shop details. So you can the details are there. So I have to sketch them. These detailing shall be provided by you by the shop drawer people. Basically, that's whoever is manufacturing that type of mullion would be providing the detailings, detailing like something like that, so that you can have a you can create that similar type of shape into your Revit model. Okay, so whenever you cut a section or anything detailing, you can have the great detail options. Okay. We're going to learn about how do we add double glaze curtain walls as well. Yeah, double glaze one, or if you want to add triple glazings, you can add triple glazings curtain walls. How do we add that? Okay, so we can just learn about these different types and shapes and sizes of curtain walls details. Okay, then if you want to add that gasket details in the mullions, you can add gasket details in the mullions as well. The rubber fittings that hold red glass basically. These are the different L mullion, quad mullion, trapeze mullion. Okay, so these are the types that you can use them in the walls. Then how do we add glass doors in the walls or glass window? How do you hold these curtain walls into the walls actually? Okay, so attachment details. If you're going to use this as your attachment, so how do we attach that? You have the spider fitting one. Various options are there in curtain walls itself only. So it's a little lengthier topic uh, about curtain walls, and that's the final topic of the wall command. And once the wall command has been over, then we are ready to create our models, means with floorings and other details as well. Okay, so we could go ahead and see what else we can add it with these curtain. Nowadays we have these curtain walls with different facade details as well. So like you have very different patterns coming basically like this, or you have a little bit 3D type as well, something like that, or something coming forward. Yeah, here we go. You can see you can have a different shape as well in the curtain walls. Okay. So how do we create these kind of shapes in curtain walls itself? We're going to look into that. These are all parametric curtain walls. So like in one click, you can change the formation and the types and everything. So we're going to learn about parametric creation process as well. Okay, on the solar panel ones. Okay, so we're going to keep it till here. And in Monday's class, we're going to look up into the detailings of the mullions. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Excuse me, sir. Actually, I had a doubt in SketchUp. Could I ask you right now?
Yes, you can.
So, sir, in my design, I wanted to create a dynamic facade. So, I had downloaded the dynamic component in that, but I was unable to use it. Um, should I show you the video of it? It was from the Keyford Technique showroom.
Okay, go ahead. Let me just have a look.
Yeah, I'll just share my screen. I'll just show the YouTube video which I had got. Sir, is it visible, the screen?